Okay, so it's clear that Dalton is Barney.
No.
We haven't started the podcast yet.
Yeah, we have.
This is our intro.
He's
Barney.
In this case, he's Ted. But yes, in any other circumstance, he'd be Barney.
Really?
It's very specific to this. What I was saying earlier.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Annalise is very obviously Patrice, like I said.
Patrice, for sure.
The one that everyone just yells at.
Patrice.
Matt, who do you think you are?
Well, I feel like there's not too many options left. You done? Or
is it still what you used to say when we were in high school?
What did he say?
What did I say?
He used to say I was Ted.
I did. Yes, you
in
are.
In that circumstance, you were Ted.
Yes, you are a hopeless romantic. Well,
not
hopeless anymore. Shouty touty, Rachel.
And then him and Monique were
now he's
Marshall
just hopeless.
and Lily.
Yeah, because Marshall and Lily broke up for a little bit. Me and Monique broke up for a little bit. Now then they get back stronger than ever. And then they have kids.
You want to keep
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm getting married.
I'm just kidding. Me and Monique are not having a child yet.
At least I have a cool stormtrooper. Honestly, if I was Barney, I probably wouldn't have a stormtrooper in my room.
True. Barney has a life-size stormtrooper that turns.
Dalton doesn't know this.
I would have a phase 1.
Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
How'd you like the ending?
I can't remember. I wasn't too into it. It's a good show, but it's not my favorite show.
You'd rather be characters from New Girl than
New Girl.
New Girl just hits, bro.
Even Friends. I love Friends.
I'm not a fan of Friends.
Which friend Office. Are you then?
I just like because Jennifer Aniston's in it.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I could watch it all day as long as Jennifer Aniston's in it.
John's Ross.
Just because.
No. Which one's the one that looks like Ross? Voice. No, which one looks like John?
Ross.
Yeah. That's John.
Ross looks like John. Yeah.
All right. Well, enough about us talking about people that other people don't know about.
No,
sorry guys.
Those are all close friends. To those friends, that's who we think you are.
So deal with it, Patricia.
Yeah, Patricia. Annalise. And also deal with this. David, roll the intro.
Boom.
What the fuck? I'm Drumm. I'm Drummer. All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 61.
Week 61, guys. This week seems so hard to count for some reason. We got 3 times 10, 30, plus 15, 45, plus 5, 50, plus 10, 60, plus 1, 61, 60. Week 69. It's going to be the best week.
Yeah, it's going to be a great week. Week 61. Week 61, you guys. And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
And this is a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's. Storytelling.
You took mine.
I did.
You bitch. Supernatural.
And self-improvement. And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Matt. This is my brother. And we're out to
we're on week 61. That's 6.
That's 30 times 2 plus 1. All right. Dalton, dude.
That's really good. That's 61.
Bro, you make this so much harder than it has to be.
Well, I also
want to make a rule where Dalton can't do like round numbers. He has to do only odds.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Or fractions. No. Can you practice for 69 to only lead us in fractions? Like, figure out how to get us there.
In fractions?
Yeah.
What even is that?
Dude, I want you to go home and Google it.
Fractions, it's like 1/2, and that equals like 0.5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right? You got it.
Fucking mathematician.
Yeah, no, only because my kids learn that every year. And
do you ever feel like some topics come up and like a kid will solve something and you'll be like, whoa, like I never thought about it like that. Like it's actually really smart.
No.
Okay, all right. Well,
so you're smarter than all the kids.
No, I'm not saying that. I learned with them.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, do you like as you go through as you guys go through the courses, do you ever be like, now you look back on that?
Don't be laughing. Don't laugh at me.
Do it be
bitch.
like that?
Do it be like that?
Do it be like that?
But like you're looking at this material from an older age. Are you ever like, oh, like I understand this now? But
absolutely not. Still
really?
Just as difficult as I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Even when it comes to English, like I can do it, I can write it, and all that stuff. But when I have to explain,
do it, I can write it. I can't say it.
I can't explain it. Like it's hard for me to explain how to do something. just kind of like helping someone understand, helping one of my students understand what they're doing.
You never had to do focus. You never had to do a how-to project?
The only how-to projects I do are for my class now, but that's just because
when you were growing up, you didn't have to do them.
I don't think so.
Did you?
A
how-to project?
Did you ever do a project on like animals?
What do you mean?
Like I did a project on the goblin shark back in like 3rd grade.
Yes, I did the hammerhead shark.
You did the hammerhead shark? David, what shark did you do?
I did the Komodo dragon because it was a
you
dragon.
You were that kid.
I wanted to do a dragon.
You probably looked like a Komodo dragon back in elementary school anyway.
Hey man.
No,
look at these elbows.
He looked like a beetle. What was the dragon that you were telling me? It's like the brother of the Komodo dragon,
there's like another version of a Komodo dragon. And basically they treat it like a dog.
I hate that you always know so much about topics, but you don't know the fucking name or title of the topic.
I never, even any new person I meet, like even like honestly,
it's the worst.
I don't ever remember their name.
He'll always be like, "Hey Matt, make sure you invite them," and I'm always like, "Who's them?" He's like, "Oh, and then he'll like tell me who it is, and I'm like, "You mean David, our producer?" Yeah, invite him.
That guy. I sometimes honestly, my apologies to David's sister Emily. I always forget. No. I don't do that. But I always forget. For some reason, I want to say Amelia every time I try to say her name.
He goes, David's his other sister. What's her name?
I always forget.
You're not that old,
and I feel bad because like I was like, me and her are close. Like I truly do. Like we're such good friends, and I'm like get mad at myself for not remembering her name, and it happens too often. Too often.
Is she the only one that you forget their name? You don't have any of your own family that you forget their name?
He forgets mine. He calls me bitch all the time for some reason. I'm just assuming that's just because he forgets my name. That's just because
that's his real name.
That's on his birth certificate?
Just Emily. Just Emily for some reason. I don't know why that name just doesn't stick in my head. Her as a person, yeah. But as like a name, no.
She's great.
She's great. Shouty Toddy Emily.
How quickly would you want to get your name legally changed if your dad put on your birth certificate, bitch Drumm?
I feel like I would just own it.
Just be proud. Just be a proud bitch.
I honestly don't think I would change it.
Dalton, can I talk about a fear of mine?
Yeah, go for it.
So, I've been going to my auntie's to cut my hair since what? Like I was in 5th grade.
Since your balls dropped.
Yeah, before that. And I can't talk about I have a hard time talking about going somewhere else because one, I feel like I'm cheating. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not
Dude, I feel
going
the same
to my
way.
aunt. And I also like what if they don't do it right? Like what if I have to go in, they're not going to feed me and then cut my hair.
Dude, but
you know what I mean?
The thing is like
also Shouty Touty, Aunt Vicky, Auntie V, much love. I don't feel like I can ever get the right haircut.
No, my favorite thing is anytime my aunt would cut our hair, she would never she always pulled out the stool. Like, you know, the little, like the 2-step ladder, she always pulled that out. And that's what we sat on.
I still sit in it.
Yeah. It's like, and what's funny is like, I never remember it being uncomfortable. But now that I think about it, I'm just like, that sounds incredibly uncomfortable. Like, I wouldn't want to sit there for forever. But my aunt has cut my hair multiple times. But I go to my barber all the time. Like, him and I are super tight. And barber talk is my favorite thing. Because barber talk is never about, for the most part, it's never really about anything serious. It's always just shit talking about random events that are coming on. But with Aunt Vicky, it was always just like, you have some of the most meaningful conversations when she's cutting your hair.
Yeah, really do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like haircut therapy.
It's haircut therapy. That's what she's good
haircut therapy with Auntie Vicky.
Yeah.
It works out. She could probably make a YouTube channel out of that.
Probably.
Honestly,
it would just be us.
It would just be us over and over again. And then Caleb and Jared getting all mad.
You're telling me you don't see an E-channel TV show called The Haircut Therapist, and it's about a woman who runs a hair salon, and the folks come in and she gives a haircut and she's asking them about their life.
Not a bad idea.
Honestly, Auntie's very easy to talk to.
Honestly, even if the channel was just you and I going back and getting our haircuts, we have enough problems. We would be there for a long time.
Yeah, we already are there for a long time.
So many episodes.
Like we go to her house and we know we're gonna be there for hours. Yeah, like it's not just like we're gonna be there for 30 minutes and leave. No, we're gonna be there for like 5 hours.
It's there like you get there for dinner, you leave the next day. Like it's never like a quick visit. It's always like, okay, if I'm going there, I'm staying there the rest of the night.
Yeah, it's always a good time. But I have a heart. I'm scared to go somewhere else.
I do want to make sure you know, why would it be a bad idea to have a place that's a barber and also a restaurant?
Because you're going to get hair in your food.
Just imagine the hair in the food.
Yeah, okay. But you just mentioned a fear of yours was going somewhere else and then not getting fed before they cut your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's not a very good business model.
Well, I mean, it's at a house.
And it's also his own hair.
Yeah. And also,
so you'll eat your own hair?
She doesn't cut my hair before or after. Like I eat before and then she cuts my hair.
And is also removed from the kitchen, which we're in the table where we eat, which now I guess kind of just like makes sense because it's like if there is a barbershop / restaurant, they're not. For whatever reason in my head it was I'm getting my hair cut and the table is where my hair is landing. Like that's where
it's all my spaghetti. You know? Just mix it up.
But yeah. I feel like it's like a governmental health code issue.
That's 100% that.
Yeah, rather than
it's not like Northwoods Inn where instead of peanut shells on the ground,
it's Northwoods Inn. Story time. Okay, so when Dalton and I were younger, that was always where all of our birthdays and stuff were celebrated.
Place to be,
because Shirley you could eat all the peanuts and make these like big piles, and then you just throw them on the floor.
Throw them.
Dalton, I was such a kind person where I would just dump them on the floor, right? I'd wait for there to be a clearance and I'd dump them. Dalton would like make this pile of shells, and then you see the waitress walk by, and Dalton would go, and he would try and hit the waiter or waitress with the shells of the peanuts, right?
Not true. I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. No. Shut up.
You didn't do it. You didn't hit them.
Didn't hit
both.
Them.
No, he didn't. He didn't hit them, but he definitely tried. But there was one time that my grandmother, Grandma Carolyn, and my grandfather or step grandfather, Grandpa Tommy, we went and it was for Dalton's birthday, and they have some art in Northwoods Inn. And for those of you that maybe have never been there or you've been to Clearman's, it's very similar, but it's very dim. It's the only building that has snow on top of it year round. And when you go inside, it's like a log cabin, very homey, a fireplace, all this stuff.
Nice lighting, romantic, pricey.
Not very
not
pricey,
that pricey, honestly. It's pretty good.
The cabbage salad is super fucking good. And
yeah,
so
when I could have the cabbage salad, it was really good.
They have this cheesy bread that's to die for. God, I can't wait for them to open up so I can go eat there.
The cheesy bread was really good.
But so we go there, and it's for Dalton's birthday, and we're there. It's me, Dalton, Grandma, and Tommy. And all of a sudden, Dalton starts giggling. He's like laughing, right? And he keeps looking at this portrait that's right next to us.
Great day that
starts
it
laughing, right? And then finally, my grandma goes, Dalton, what are you laughing at? And then he looks at the portrait, and it's this topless woman, right? And she's like completely nude. And he goes, my mommy has chi-chi like those. Me, Tommy, my mom, my Dalton, my brother started fucking dying. Like to this day, if you ever get us together and we're all like drinking and talking, like that story comes up. And my favorite thing is, so my grandma is closer to my size, so she's like, like 4'11", 5 foot.
You were not 4'11".
Huh? I said.
Why do you think you're so tiny? You're not.
I'm not. I'm 5'5". But she's closer to me than you.
Whoa, that's a whole inch up from normal.
Is it? What do I normally say? 5'4"?
5'4".
I went to the chiropractor, so
What chiropractor? I cracked you this morning.
Chiropractor Dalton. But so she's a small woman, and then our grandpa Tommy is like 6.
He was 7 foot.
He was huge, and then he got in a terrible accident, and now he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're just an interesting couple to see together. But they were dying, and then my favorite thing is Tommy's like a bigger guy, but he always tries to imitate Dalton when he was little, mimicking that, and it's always my favorite thing, dude.
Yeah, he was my buddy.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's week 3.
Week 3, guys.
Week 3.
that's 1 + 1 + 1.
Week 3 of January, which means we got another check-in with
Matt Drumm with the monthly challenges, and he is learning the splits. If anybody needs to update.
So sore.
Don't hold that S for so long.
So sorry. Do I sound like from Harry Potter? Like I'm speaking that language.
Slytherin.
Yeah. So
is that your version of parcel tongue? Is
David,
just having
is that
a
camera
list?
recording?
Probably.
I don't think so. I don't think it
I don't
is.
worry about that one as much as I do this one, so it's fine.
All right, I'm gonna give my update now. If you guys would stop interrupting me.
Go ahead.
and making
Update,
fun of
update us,
my
bitch.
Parcel tongue.
Update us.
So I'm definitely not getting closer. However, so in the beginning pictures, as you guys would see, I'm not that far off. You know, like I'm definitely closer than I thought I was gonna be. But I couldn't my back is very rounded.
It's normally very rounded.
Matthew actually doesn't even, he's actually a hunchback. He's the hunchback.
My name is Quasimodo. That's on my
Hunchback in California.
Is that why you have good days and bad days of your height?
I get so I go from 5'5" to 4'11", you guys. It's a mystery. No, but in the picture my back is super rounded, but over this past 2 weeks I've been able to I'm upright. I'm upright, so I'm able to my back is straight now. So that's been the biggest improvement. I definitely feel way more flexible. I can feel it.
You look way more flexible.
It feels more comfortable.
Yeah. You're not struggling, and also you're not complaining as much.
But yesterday, I definitely spent a solid hour 15 in the splits.
You were stretching it out this morning.
I was stretching this morning. Yes, I've been stretching a lot. I really want to get it done. My goal is, even if I have to tear some things to get down into the splits, just for the photo. Ideally, we record the last episode and then we insert a clip of me right before recording the episode where I just drop into the splits.
Yeah. You have 2 more weeks. I know. Think you can do it.
I think I can do it. I really do.
You know that TikTok thing that goes, it goes dun dun dun, and then it goes pussy, pussy, pussy. I want Matthew to just walk up and have his first time doing the splits on video, and then then after that he puts on tights. The song goes pussy, pussy, and it's Matt in the splits twerking and looking at the camera, just doing that. Bro, you could probably pull it off.
I'll do it.
Do you have your virus tights?
No, I'll buy some though.
What are
Those
virus
are
tights?
So they're technically compression pants.
They're weightlifting pants.
Is it what you do instead of the vaccine?
Yeah, you just get virus pants. They protect you from everything.
No, they're
Okay.
they're super super tight skin like tights for weightlifters. So a lot of times, if you have articles of clothing that give an extra lip, you can't keep the bar as close, and that's a problem, especially as you get up there in weight. So viruses are meant to be almost skin like.
I still need to get some of those. Those things are so cool.
They're nice. But yeah, dude, Dalton, you're killing it at this TikTok thing. For those of you that don't know, Dalton basically runs our TikTok. Unless you get a response, then it's usually
I don't do the responses. I just like posting videos. I do the subtitles for him and all that stuff.
And since he's done this, we've gone viral twice.
Well, we got semi-viral. I feel like viral is 1 million.
Shut up. No, because
we've gone semi-viral.
No, I actually, what is the barometer? Because I feel like we got.
You said 50,000 last time.
Matt goes, if it hit 50,000, I don't want to talk.
That was me. That was me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
I love that.
Matt said we're going viral again. I said, talk to me when you hit 100K.
And then we did.
Yeah.
Like David. Yeah, it went pretty well. I didn't think the video was going to be that much of a hit, but I posted it and I took a nap. When I woke up, half an hour later, we're at 800 views and over 300 likes. And I was like, let's wait a minute. And I would check, and then it was 50 notifications every time I would go off and check back in after 5 seconds. And I was like, oh, here we go again. And then you guys were both working out, and I was like, I did it again, boys. And then no one paid attention, and I was like, guys, I fucking did it. We're at 20K right now. It's only been 2 hours. And no response. And I'm like, why does nobody care? And Matthew goes, we're on chat, big guy. And I was on chat with my dad. I was like, what the heck?
So then I went and I took all the credit and I said, hey, David, we went viral again. And immediately David answers whoa, that's awesome. Yeah, I saw that. Blah, blah, blah. And Dalton's like, I hate you, Matt.
Yeah, I lost my opportunity to look amazing.
Yeah, this one was half the views.
Half the views. but the anger was twice as much as our first one.
The responses were unique.
I don't appreciate the loaded questions.
Fun, loaded fucking questions. There's questions we won't answer.
Oh, hell no.
So last time, all the comments were basically positive, wholesome comments.
Look at those brothers. They're sweet.
So is this your first? Is this both of you guys' first time dealing with the comment section?
No, it's not.
Oh man!
And I will tell you about my first time. I actually don't know if you know this. So, I own a gym, and there was a time where there was this YouTuber. Her name's Jasmine Garcia. She came to the gym and she tried CrossFit for the first time. And so it was me, JP, and Heather, and all of us were there. We got to meet her, just the sweetest person, and super cool. Like we ran her through a workout and stuff, but I kept trying to stay out of the shot because like it was Heather working out with her, JP was coaching her, and then I was just kind of like, I was there, like I had followed her for a long time on social media. Like I found her on Twitter because she recommended some like dark circle products that I was like, Monique was telling me she wanted to, like get some. So I found something for her, and then I ended up seeing all of her content. I really liked it. So I was like, cool. So I started following her, right?
Right on.
So then it was surreal. Like years later, got to meet her in person. Super cool. But the way it was edited is I'm very creepily in the back shot of everything. And I just look like I'm admiring everything, right? Like I'm
just like this.
Bro, I'm in the back just like. And so then in the comments.
Not really smiling either.
Yeah, just kind of, I'm just there, right? And I kept trying to like get behind the photographer so I wouldn't be in the shot. But he kept moving. And I was like, all right, like it is what it is. So then in the comment section, it's like, damn, that boy's in love. Dang, he's like just going off. And I'm like, and so I remember like reading that. To this day, I haven't gone back to the comment section. And I like went through and read it. I'm like, I mean, it is what it is. I can't do anything now. It's out there. So then I close it. So that definitely made me ready for the comment section because I don't know. I read it once, I'll go on and look at it, but it doesn't bother me.
This just gave me reassurance that I really don't want a period, or to have birth. Both of those things.
Some of those, they got horror stories, dude.
Fucking horror stories.
And that's where Rachel was telling me about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, girls will always just go off and like because they were having their own discussions, their own comparisons.
They did.
Oh, my period pain's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Mine's like this.
Yeah. No, it was definitely interesting. And then, but yeah, so it was. I'm glad. Like there was good conversation that came from it. I mean, just from us who's gone through all of the comment section, like definitely was very enlightening.
Yeah, I just wonder who the people think are like answering those like the comments, because on Drumm and Drummer, like Drumm and Drummer answers, but it's never being Matthew. It's always David that answers, and David says some fruity things, man.
Yeah.
Like,
hold on, you want to explain yourself right there?
Like you didn't. I try to think what like David doesn't sound like me.
Nope.
You don't sound like Matthew. And you don't even sound like yourself.
Nope.
Like you sound.
You have your own persona.
I sound like
different persona.
I sound like a producer.
No, you sound like somebody who's trying to fit in with like underage children.
They look like the Steve Buscemi picture.
I just remember, I keep thinking of the one like these guys.
Hey,
these
those
guys
just standing for our queens.
Yeah, that's the biggest comment.
I don't know what that
the fuck
means.
is standing? I don't know what that means.
What is standing? You spelled it wrong.
So you know the song "Stand"
I'm assuming you mean
by
standing.
Eminem.
No.
You don't know the song "Stand" by Eminem.
No.
It was just about a dude who's a crazy fan who just like gets crazy obsessive and like stalkerish and stuff like that.
Isn't that about Rihanna?
No. That's Monster.
Monster, that's what it is.
But "Stand," that's a song by Eminem about a crazy fan. So now it's entered the lexicon. This is a slang trivia, guys. And it's now like a term for like
fucking start the segment.
People that are obsessive fans. They're like Marvel stans. You know, Rick and Morty stans.
Never heard of this.
Harry stans.
I've never heard of this.
Wow, you guys are really behind.
You guys are really behind the times. It's just not even like not fruity in a bad way. It's just different. Like you just answer things that I don't picture you saying out loud.
Oh, I wouldn't say them out loud.
And I'm like, who says this? I was like, and I think I was gonna text you like, David, are you answering these? Do we have somebody else on our like TikTok? Like maybe it was like Mo or somebody answering.
Well, I started answering them, and then it just kept getting spicier and spicier, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna.
Yo, some people
we can't come out of that okay.
Yeah.
Some people, man. So what is this special TikTok question?
Oh, okay. So this was kind of along the lines because a lot of the comments, it was weirdly a lot of condescending comments on ours where it was like, oh, men can be smart. Who knew? Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. Where, I don't know. It's like when we say
kill all men, we don't mean these two.
And it's like,
I was like,
and it's like, thank you.
Hey, we're safe, big guy. You're fucked though.
There was two of them that were like all
one for me, one for you.
So they're hot and smart.
Shouty touty.
But so it was like someone commented and it was like really hard to really like, because they weren't wrong, but you don't want to stoke that fire. Where they're like, oh, it makes me uncomfortable seeing these comments, like smart men, they're evolving, whatever, because I can't see that being the opposite case. Where it's a video of a girl doing something and all the guys are like, wow, women can be smart. Who knew? You know, that double standard.
That would not go that way.
And so there's that other trend that's going around where it says like, let me know. So first I want to see how you do it.
Oh.
Where it says, show me how your boyfriend, tell me that your boyfriend won't cheat on you without telling me that your boyfriend.
And
how would your guys' ideas be for that?
Well, okay,
how would you make that TikTok?
Okay, start with him because I'm gonna kind of.
Yeah, go Dalton. How would you make that TikTok?
Well, I feel like, Star Wars is very mainstream. Like, no matter what, everyone watch Star Wars. Lord of the Rings can kind of go into the more nerdy range, which a lot of it's considered if you're more nerdy, you can't cheat on your girlfriend, which is not true at all. But I would probably...
Well, what were you talking about with the beans?
Oh, there's one with the guy, and this guy is this bigger gentleman, the hairy chest, hairy Bonza. He walks in and he has a can of beans. He's like, "You want some of my beans?" He gives it to his girlfriend, and he grabs a blanket and covers himself, and then grabs the beans back and starts eating them. And I was like, "That's amazing. That's amazing."
Oh, but that's not what you would do. What would you do?
I would probably just be like, "All right, listen up, babe. I'm gonna eat this mac and cheese. Don't go in the bathroom for 3 hours." And then I would just eat the mac and cheese, and then the next clip would be me running to the restroom.
Babe, you know I can't eat that. My IBS is gonna act up.
Yeah, just being very honest with my.
Or he'd be like, "Babe, the server's down. I need to fix it. The server's down. I'm not physically there."
Have you updated your electronics recently?
And Matt, what would you...
for security reasons.
How would you do that TikTok?
Cyber talk.
I have no idea. Does that mean I would cheat on? I would never do that.
Oh no, it's not realistic for me.
No, my problem with that trend is that...
what would Monique, if Monique made that video, what would she have you do? What would you be doing?
It would be me running to her. Okay, babe, come here, let's cuddle, and then me being the little spoon. I love being the little spoon.
Okay, go on with what you're saying.
My problem with that trend is that everybody was like, "Oh my god, like." My boyfriend will never cheat on me because he loves the Avengers or he loves Star Wars or he loves these like traditionally nerdy things that are just...
It's mainstream. It's not nerdy.
We're at an age now where the adults grew up with it, so it's not uncommon anymore. Like anime is very mainstream. You know what I mean? Like I saw one. It's like, how do you know your boyfriend wouldn't cheat on you? And then it's some guy watching My Hero Academia. Everybody's fucking seen that.
Everyone's watching.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and so that's my problem.
Give it the times.
And also, I'm like, you're telling me that like somebody with cosplay walks up, he's not going to get all excited, you know? Like,
oh my god, you watch anime? You definitely won't cheat on me.
Yeah, like I just think that's unrealistic expectations.
Have you seen the anime girls? They cheat in their heads all the time.
No, that's the video I saw was someone just like having a beef with that trend because they were like, yeah, it pushes the fact that like nerdy people
won't do it, but it doesn't matter like, who you are.
It's not, and that's where it's like it's interesting. You said the idea you had because she was like, I was excited because I thought it was going to be a bunch of videos of like the men doing these big grand romantic gestures where it's like, oh no, I know he really loves me, so I don't have to worry about him with anyone else. Instead of being like, nah, my boyfriend's a fucking dork, so I know he's not going to get anyone else.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just not...
Rather than like putting him up on a pedestal, it puts him down.
I never thought about it like that.
But what do you think Monique would do for you? What would she make you do? Oh, no, wait. You already said that.
Huh? I would just be Little Spoon.
I figured you'd be doing a gym thing. Or she have
Matthew walk out in her heels. Be like, babe, what do you think about this?
Just put up the picture of Matt in the cheerleading outfit?
Yeah, or Matt in the dress that I have.
You act like I'm ashamed of that, dude. That's my Wodify picture. It is my
Did you pick that yourself?
I did.
Nice.
I found it myself. I put it on. Thought it was funny.
Nice, man. You're hilarious.
Dude, I'm so funny.
You're fucking so funny, dude.
But,
you know what I want to start trying? So there's this guy that I watch on YouTube, and he takes down, he takes old Game Boys, or it's called something restoration, and all he does is he restores old Game Boys or Nintendo 64s and all this stuff, and you get to see the insides of these stations and all the connectors and how to fix them and stuff. I've been watching this guy religiously every night. I watch 5 videos. They're all 20, 30 minutes, and it's just him. He takes everything apart. He cleans it all with isopropyl alcohol.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Iso alcohol.
Can we add an enunciation section for Dalton?
Isopropyl.
A little segment?
Isopropyl.
It can be part of Dictionary with David.
Dictionary with David.
Isopropyl alcohol.
You want to learn how
enunciation with Dalton?
10?
I used to call you Doll. You remember that?
No, you never called me that.
Not DOLL, but DAL.
No, you never called me that. You called me Dalt.
Dalt. Yes.
Isopropyl.
That's a sexy voice. Oh my god. Okay, I'll take your isopropyl. But they use it on. They actually use it on the control boards. It doesn't destroy the electronics, which is super interesting. And then the guy tests how they connect and stuff, and it's how do you know that these connected to these things? And I've just gotten so interested. So I know I have a Nintendo 64 that doesn't really work.
Nope.
Do
not touch the.
And I'm gonna fix that fucker, and I'm gonna clean it out, and it's so satisfying. And you get to put everything back together. It's oh my god.
You can play Wind Waker.
It's on GameCube,
David. Stupid.
I want one so bad.
Oh my
GameCube?
gosh.
They're $100 on OfferUp.
David, I'm gonna kill you.
You just said you were gonna buy a PS5.
Shut up.
Do you know how expensive those games are right now, though, on GameCube?
Bro,
Sometimes.
they're so the same way, you know how Atari got remade and everybody all that stuff. It's kind of happening now.
Yeah.
Where GameCube games are just priced through the roof. At this point, I might as well just fucking wait for the Switch remastered version to come out.
Or you could get a better computer that can emulate it properly.
Ooh.
Why don't you play on Dalton's? Dalton's could definitely do it.
I will never let him touch that thing.
No, your first one is what he's talking about.
Yeah. So I kind of have an issue with that. I went in and tried to clean it out because I was going to give it to the gym. And I got it wet.
Did you really?
Yeah. I fucked the whole thing up. I was like, man, that was $2,000 down the drain. But back then it was now it's probably $1,000. But
so that was his first computer that he ever built. He was in his room for days, with all these boxes, just putting things together.
God, dude, the stress was so real.
I was convinced. I was like, he's building a bomb. He's accidentally gonna blow this house up.
I was scared when I turned it on.
Dude, you came in, you got me. Remember?
Yeah.
He came in our room. He goes, "I'm done," and I'm all, "Yeah," and he's all, "I'm afraid to turn it on." And I was like, "All right, well, let's go." Because if you built a bomb, you're gonna kill me anyway. So we might as well just go do it together. So he went and he turned it on, and then it was it was literally just half a second of nothing. It was the longest half second of my life, and then all of a sudden you see the fans on the side go. And then all of a sudden, all these lights start turning on. And he's like, "I did it!" And he's like, "Matt, you don't even know. I gotta program this stuff to make sure that it's good and there's no viruses." Yeah, and the whole time he's sitting there typing, and he goes, and then he gets to it asks him something that he doesn't know. He's all. And I'm I'm sitting there, I'm all, I know you just want to reach for your phone to Google it. Don't act like you fucking you forgot the information. Fucking just pull your phone out. So then I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to go. Congratulations. I'll be back later. He's like, okay, thanks. I see him grab his phone. He's Googling the question.
I had $1,200 saved just for this PC. And then finally my tax return came back. And I instantly, the day I got it, went, put in a thing and started buying everything. Boom, 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 boom.
Every single listener from TikTok right now is just cringing the fact that you used your tax return to buy a computer.
I know. I mean, I worked at like what, UPS at that point?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't at that time. Yeah. I was at a sex shop at that time. Take that out.
Yeah, I'll take it out, but we should take a break.
Yes, I have to piss. Are we good? Tell me when.
When?
I told you
We're
twice
going,
now.
you fuck.
All right, you guys, we're going into one of our favorite segments. 1, 2, 3. Because it's fun fact.
I started. You come in the second time.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's fun facts of listeners' towns. Fun facts of listeners' towns. Fun facts of listeners' towns. Fun facts of listeners' towns.
Nice. And just as we've gotten all these,
All right, good job. Yeah,
Good job.
just as we've kept getting more likes and views, we've also been getting more followers. So we've
Shouty
looked
touty.
up. We've looked up where all these people are coming from. We pick some every once in a while, and
We share fun facts about the listeners' towns. So we are starting in Pierre of South Dakota.
Why'd you say it like that? Pierre, South
I
Dakota.
assumed it had an accent, but then it's South Dakota, so it definitely
Probably does.
Pierre, South Dakota.
They talk like that over there?
So Pierre is the capital of South Dakota. The population is 13,650. So the few of you that are listening, you're one of few. So thank
What's
you.
the population?
We appreciate you.
of where we are right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but can you imagine living in a town that has a population of 13,000?
I feel like that's a lot of people.
I feel like that's not a lot. You know, there's like millions of people in California.
Million?
So
Millions.
the population of where we are right now. Oh, nope, that's definitely not it. That's definitely the
world?
country.
Oh, probably a lot more people in the country.
The population of where we are right now is 177,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is 13.
You know, I had the hardest time figuring out what a capital and a state and a country was. I got them all mixed up in one.
Wasn't that like a whole section of history?
I failed it twice.
He did very bad.
I failed it twice.
Very bad. I remember him being like, I just don't understand.
And my teacher was like, Dalton,
There are two saws.
just got to pass
Arkansas
this.
and Kansas. I'm like, Dalton, it's Kansas. Oh, no, it's Kansas.
But yeah, 13,000, that's 10%. I don't even know how small that would be.
I don't even know what that would look like. How big is Pierre?
That has to about 6 feet. 185.
Is it like a pretty good sized area, or is it like smaller?
Wait.
It's the capital of a country, of a state.
See, you got it mixed up too. Happens to me all the time.
No, this is the effect you have on people.
Wait. So,
Make them dumber.
Yeah.
Got it.
will you explain what this point means by
One
boardwalk
space in Monopoly.
80th edition,
Because of Mount
So,
Rushmore.
so when Monopoly did an 80th,
150 miles west.
What does that mean?
when Monopoly did their 80th edition version, they replaced all of the spots with towns in America.
And Pierre was one of them.
And
like a lottery, like you could-
vote on, you nominate which town you think gets it, or people would campaign for it, and then you could, people vote for what they want. So Boardwalk
Is Mount Rushmore the one with the presidents?
yeah,
It's all the faces.
I thought that was in Washington, D.C.
No.
not even. This is why you failed geography.
It's not in Washington.
Nah, it's in South Dakota.
In National Treasure.
He goes from
In the second
Washington
one.
He goes from Washington D.C. to South Dakota.
No, he goes from Washington, D.C.
To
across
Washington,
the street
D.C.?
to Mount Rushmore.
Dalton, in movies, they can make it really long time passages, like really fast.
They didn't do well on describing that.
It's not like a
David.
real time thing when
I'm
you watch
saying
movies.
that I thought it was across the street from the Capitol.
Maybe he walked across the street, but then they cut out the part where he gets on the plane and flies to the state and then is near there.
National Treasure fucks with your head, bro.
Dalton,
I'm convinced that
Dalton
I
watches
was
like
convinced for that my whole life.
Dalton
You could
watch.
steal the Declaration of Independence.
Dalton watches
That
the
too.
James Bond movie. He's like, Italy's next door.
I've never seen a James Bond movie.
Really? They're pretty good. Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
you've seen them?
I've seen one.
Yeah.
I'm not a big movie guy.
But yeah, so Boardwalk is one of the blue spaces, which means it's like one of the most expensive. It's like $500 or whatever.
Ridiculous.
And so
Ridiculous.
they expected it to be like New York, LA, San Francisco, one of the big cities. And instead, Pierre
Did other
won
people have to vote for Pierre, or did all 13,650 of them vote for Pierre?
It was all across the country.
Why would people vote
It was
for
like an
Pierre?
online vote. And so
Do you think we voted for... What if we... What year was this?
2015
No.
maybe? I don't know.
Do you think we accidentally voted for Pierre?
No, I was graduating high school.
But so the picture that they showed for the option of Pierre had, South Dakota, it said Pierre, and then it had a picture of Mount Rushmore. And so people liked that and voted for it. I mean, who are the
That's pretty
people
cool.
who are the people
Probably
that
'cause
play
all those
Monopoly?
all those people realize, oh my
Patriotic
God,
people.
Mount Rushmore's in South Dakota. What? Or in a sense, vote.
The only problem is Mount Rushmore is about 150 miles west of Pierre. It's not in the city of
It's
Pierre.
not in Pierre.
It's in Keystone.
Tomato, bro. It's in the area.
First recorded location of largest species of sea turtle.
Dude, I'm about this.
2.4
Do you-
tons,
Hey,
16 feet wide.
Bro, do you think that this is the turtle that the turtle from
this
Finding
is what
Nemo
they
was
best.
based on?
This is what
The turtle from Finding
Crush.
Nemo? Crush?
Crush.
Do you think this is what he's based off of?
No,
Why not? He's massive.
he wasn't massive.
He was huge.
No, and not all turtles are stoners. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Not all
Your
turtles.
turtle wasn't fucking drilling
Fucking
holes
Barnabas.
and tunnels.
Have we talked about Barnabas?
Yes,
on the
you
podcast?
We
have.
talked about him plenty.
I love
There's an
Barnabas.
episode that's titled "Our Horny African Turtle."
Yo, he was a trip, dude.
A jewel cave. What is that?
He had so much sex with my
Jewel
soccer
Cave is one of
balls.
the national parks. It's the
Yeah.
biggest underground national park. It's an entire network and underground setup of caves and tunnels
That's cool.
that have all these crystals and jewels and stuff in them.
So
It looks really cool.
That is really cool. I want to see pictures
I
of
would
that.
like to see a picture of this. However, I have a main question.
Yeah.
Why is the state of South Dakota fighting Mars?
Well, do you guys still want to see the picture of it? You guys can pull up a picture of it
pull it up
yourself.
I really want to get a green screen so they can see what I'm doing
Well,
on my computer.
I can pop it in as
didn't
you're
do it
doing
last
this,
week.
He did?
I didn't.
No, he did not.
We asked him to. He said, "Yeah, I'll do it," and then nothing was.
He
up.
did not. I was mad. Whoa.
Do you see it? They have 3 to 4 hour tours that are very strenuous where you can crawl through the caves and stuff like that.
No, we're looking at the.
We're in South Dakota versus Mars.
Oh yeah, so hold on. Before you play it, you're gonna play the whole thing. So you remember 5 years ago or something when they first started talking about how people were gonna go to Mars and they were gonna colonize,
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff.
It's already happened.
South Dakota decided to take that and make it part of their marketing campaign to get people to come to South Dakota. So go ahead,
As a fellow marketer,
go
cheers.
ahead and play it as loud as you can.
Mars. The air, not breathable. The surface, cold and barren. But thousands are lining up for a chance to go and never come back.
South
South Dakota. Progressive, productive, and abundant in oxygen. Why die on Mars when you can live in South Dakota? South Dakota, you can live here.
What does it
Jobs,
say?
plenty of air.
Time out. How bad does South Dakota have to be for it to be like, hey, you want to go not breathe?
Do you want to breathe or not?
You can come breathe here.
South
in
Dakota.
Plenty of air.
Wow, that's interesting.
I would fire the person that fucking came up with that.
I thought that
so
was
fast.
I thought that was great.
Hear me out.
Bro.
Mars, not livable. South Dakota.
How low is your bar? Set it a little lower and come live in South Dakota. That's basically what that's saying.
I think that's one of the funniest.
Bro.
I think that's such a funny opportunity.
Oh my god! But would you move to South Dakota based off of that? Fuck no.
If my option was Mars or South Dakota,
No,
you
but-
bet I'm going to South Dakota.
No, but nobody's option are those two. You have so many other options.
If you believe that commercial, those are your only two options.
I want to meet the marketer. that
Would
did
you
that.
rather die in Mars or live in
I
South
don't
Dakota?
have that. Nobody that's watching that.
No. I'm asking you right now. Would you rather live in South Dakota or go die on Mars?
Die on Mars for sure. 1,000%.
Totally die on Mars.
Why?
You get the opportunity to travel through space.
Yeah.
But we love South Dakota. Thank you for listening. I'm glad you're here every week.
Jeez. Matthew's fucking laugh somewhere else.
And so,
Right in my ears.
Bring your ear right here. Let's do it.
Huh?
Bring your ear right here.
and like always, with all of our listeners' towns, we're gonna try and find the most creepy stuff there that is supernatural.
It's one of our S's.
You guys already opened this link?
No.
Go ahead, open the link, and we'll go in order of the way that the article is. But the closest one, nothing's in Pierre. The closest one I could find was La Framboise Island, but that's a lower down in the thing. So the first one that Matt's going to read, no, Dalton's going to read this,
Click it already.
is Sika Hollow State Park.
Sika Hollow.
Dalton, I want you to read that.
Legend has it that the Native Americans named this area Sika, pronounced Shika. Oh, I pronounced it wrong. Shicha, which means evil or bad, and probably not a place we should hang out for very long. There are a few reasons why early visitors may have been on edge. Streams appear to be flowing blood red. Whoa, what the fuck?
Yep.
Because of iron deposits. Oh, okay. I should have read more. Which led some to believe they were seeing flesh and blood of their ancestors. The phosphorus in the rotting tree stumps allegedly made the wood appear to be glowing green.
So imagine that, like 100 years ago, just seeing a river. What, Matt?
Dalton's an author's dream, where you know how they have like the intro paragraph where they end it with a question to lead them to the next paragraph? Dalton's like, but he didn't know what happened next. Dalton's like, whoa, what happened next? Reads the next paragraph.
But imagine 100 years ago, you're just living by the river, and all of a sudden, just red blood, red water coming through the river.
That's freaky, dude.
Or could you imagine like not knowing that like an eclipse is gonna happen? You haven't figured that out yet, and then all of a sudden the sun is blacked out, or that like a blood moon. Could you imagine looking up in the sky and seeing the fucking moon turning red and not understanding why?
Do you know why it happens now?
I don't, but I just know that it's
moon.
normal.
Huh?
Okay,
It's a harvest moon.
That's a video game.
That is
a great video game.
It's a great video game. Why does it turn red?
To harvest energy from our blood. Our bloodstreams. The witches love it.
They do.
Witches love Harvest Moon.
Go on, keep reading the rest of that second paragraph.
Fuck. David.
I got it.
No, definitely not.
Nope. In recent years, visitors.
In recent years, visitors have reported hearing drums or war whoops. Spotting distant campfires that can never be found, or seeing a bear/Bigfoot type creature, or ghosts of Indian braves.
That's it.
The history and legends of
That's it.
Shicha Hollow. Shicha. I want to say Sika, but
You're done.
Shicha.
You're fired.
It's if you guys want to know, it's $6 per vehicle, $30 per vehicle annually.
So Matt, you're gonna go down and you're gonna read the part about La Framboise Island, because this is the one that's right next to Pierre. Pierre is on one side of the river, and then La Framboise Island is on the other. It's not as crazy as Blood Red Rivers, but
That's pretty cool, though. That's cool.
it's connected to the city we're doing, so the people from there should know what we're talking about.
That would freak me out.
Is it the one with
Feel a ghostly presence? Yeah. You can just read the second one.
I'll read both.
Okay.
As a unique collection of trees and meadows along the Missouri River, the 2-mile-long La Framboise Island is a favorite for locals looking for a peaceful place to walk, ride a bike, snowshoe, or just take in the great outdoors.
You okay?
All right.
But some believe that I just wanted him to read the second one.
Okay, I'll just read the second one. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Okay.
Recent explorers have reported feeling extreme temperature changes on certain parts of the trails. Some have heard strange noises, while others claim to have captured strange balls of light on film. But the scariest rumor may be that the ghost of a young child appears at dusk near the river and leads the willing into a forested part of the island before disappearing. Dun, dun, dun.
So it's gonna takes them, gets the tourists, leads them into the forest, and then abandons them.
That's scary.
All right, Dalton, you get to read Devil's Gulch, which already sounds pretty creepy. So Devil's Gulch is a place where Jesse James was said to have jumped over the 18-foot gorge.
That's our relative.
That's your relative, yeah.
We're related.
It's an 18-foot gorge to escape a posse. It has since been like near 100% proven not to be possible.
Hey, typical Grandpa Jesse.
Yeah, you know him.
That
What
guy.
is that noise?
That's my bad.
Stop doing that.
But what I want you to read is The Legend of Nellie Harding. It's halfway down.
Matthew, up. You meant halfway paragraph. Yeah. The legend of Nellie Harding, a kidnapped woman found by her boyfriend thanks to a clairvoyant dream, only to get accidentally shot by the same savior, who would end up dying while holding her in his arms. Maybe it's the devil himself, who some people believe the Dark One wanders the grounds at night.
So Nellie Harding was kidnapped. Her boyfriend had a clairvoyant dream that told him where she was. He went to find her, and then she startled him. So he shot her because he didn't know it was her. Got wounded himself, and they died in each other's arms.
Wow.
Romeo and Juliet.
And that's why Devil's Gulch is there.
It reminds me of the Devil's Gulch, like the devil himself being involved in that. Reminds me of the one with like the devil of, what is it? Not Rhode Island. New York. Of New York, where they would do somebody would walk, and then if you start hearing like these noises or something, the devil, basically you have to like turn around or close your eyes and walk backwards or something like that, so the devil wouldn't get you. It's like this whole crazy thing. I think I talked about it like in like the early episodes of the podcast, like episode 4 or 5,
Maybe.
But I'll look it up and see if I can get some good stuff on it.
So, and the last one is the Little Monsters of Spirit Mound. I actually wanted Dalton to read this, but when Lewis and Clark came through what is now southeastern South Dakota, the Native Americans warned them against ascending Pahawakan, which means sacred mountain, because of the little devils.
Oh.
18-inch tall humanoid monsters with large heads and armed with razor-sharp arrows used to defend the land against any outsiders.
Oh, shit.
The traveling expedition ascended it without mystical resistance, but did take in a view that visitors can enjoy today. But that sounds a little bit like the duendes that you had been talking about.
Interesting. That's pretty cool. Because the duendes are always like involved. There's actually another thing that came out with some more videos on duendes that are like super recent, which is super cool. But that's cool that they're involved. They've been around for a very long time, I'm sure.
Anyway, thank you for Pierre, South Dakota, for being listeners and loving the pod. Absolutely. Our second one is much faster because it's even smaller.
It's Marengo, Illinois.
And you can just rattle those bad boys off.
Population is 7,600. It only has one McDonald's.
Okay,
half the size of Pierre.
I guess I'm not naming any of these.
It has one McDonald's.
Go ahead, Matt. What do you got? What else you got?
Dalton, would you like to apply for the job of being a police chief?
No.
You don't want to be a police officer anymore?
Not when I got kicked out 3 times. I'm good.
They are hiring. And the closest haunted place is Woodstock Opera House, which is only 10 miles away.
So it is very small. And,
Did they talk about miles as in minutes out there?
No.
Or they talk about minutes as in miles?
California is the only place where we talk about travel distance and minutes over miles. Yeah. Everywhere else talks about miles.
Because they don't have traffic.
Yeah.
Lucky.
And that's been another fun facts about listeners' towns.
Fun facts.
So we go into our bi-weekly segment.
The boys' room.
Nice.
That was good. That was a good
happy
one.
You
That was solid.
You didn't go for the other one.
That was solid.
Oh, yeah. You usually do the other one. And so, again, this is an advice segment where the boys look over submitted questions and...
Oh, I forgot to go pee. That's what I did.
I'm already doing a shit ton of editing. You want to go right now?
No. We're good. We're good. I don't need to go. I lied.
Every time we fuck up, David's all, there's 2 hours of my next week.
All right. Well, this one is actually, it's not very long. It's just one question.
Want me to read it?
Go for it.
I asked my boss for a raise, but he said I didn't deserve it. So I sent him my resignation letter. Now he is asking me to stay with a higher salary. Should I accept his offer?
I think there's a deeper conversation that has to be had there. Dalton, would you accept the offer?
From my point of view, if I had that, I mean, if he gave me what I wanted, I'd be like, fuck, it worked. Why not? But then would there be like kind of an awkwardness, right? Like of thinking like, oh, he said like I don't deserve it. Like, what the heck? What kind of tactic is that to tell your employee that, oh, you don't deserve a raise? Was it jokingly though? Like, I don't know. What the concept of that conversation was?
Why would that be jokingly?
Like, oh, no, you don't deserve it. And then,
just kidding. Here's 10 grand.
Hey, and then like he just walks out and like kind of ignores the question, like the actual question. So I would accept it, honestly. Like, fuck it. If you wanted a raise there, that means you were gonna stay to begin with. So just take it and take a win, take the dub, and get more money. You know?
Matt.
I would only. I don't know any other situation, anything else about this situation, but if I did something like that and I got rejected, I would immediately have I would only do it with another offer. You know what I mean? Like like something to come back to. Like, hey, your competitor is offering me this much. How much do you value me? Like, do you want me to like stay here or do you want me to go somewhere else?
Well, that's the thing. This person didn't even have another offer. They just were like, I would like a raise. They were told, you don't deserve a raise. And so they were like, all right, I quit.
What's the occupation?
I don't know. This is all we got to work with.
I would probably still leave just because he didn't like, you don't value me that much that I have to fight for this. Like, you're not going to give this to me like after I asked the first time. Like,
or he just takes the raise and then finds an actual job that will pay him that or more and use that as a tactic. Yeah. To get more money and then quit. Don't even give him the resignation letter. Just fucking leave.
I would definitely try and find my way out after that.
So you said you'd take the raise, but then just find another way out.
Yeah, just slowly get a better job and then just leave. Say fuck off.
Let me reframe this. If it was like a relationship, or something, and then one person was like, "Hey, I would like more time together. I don't think we have enough time together. Please, can we do that?" And then the other person was like, "No, I like this is fine. You don't deserve. I don't think we deserve more time together." So then the other person was like, "All right, well, I have needs. They're not being met. We should break up." And then the first person goes, "Well,
I feel like that's an unfair comparison."
Why?
Because when you're at a job, the hours that you're there are set. Okay. When you're in a relationship, they're kind of like unlimited.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Anywhere, yeah.
So I feel like that's not a fair comparison.
Okay.
It's kind of a rough way
because that could easily be like, that would be like saying if you want to use like the job time frame as a barometer, that'd be like your girlfriend coming to you and saying, "Hey, your full-time job as my boyfriend isn't being met because you're only doing 4 hours a day." You know what I mean?
I guess.
And so I feel like it's not fair because some relationships, like the significant other needs 16 hours. And, some other relationships, like I need 2 hours. I want to sit down, have a meal, hang out, have sex, go do my thing. Like that is there are relationships like that, So
I just think if that person is looking for a future, that next step is spending more time together because they're going to be living together at some point or moving in together. Like they're looking for that next step. So asking for more time is kind of an open-ended question of being like, well, is he willing or is she willing? How am I going to know? Like, let's spend more time together and find out how we do. And that's like the next step to the bigger future for them too. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I agree.
Cool. All right. Well, let's go to the next one. Ooh, this one's spicy. I should have loaded these before. So I'm going to read this one.
Yeah, read it.
My boy, I just turned 18 and now can legally drink where we live.
Oh, good for you.
So my brother invited me, my new boyfriend, and a few friends and cousins over to hang out and maybe get drunk.
Maybe. That's an option.
I drank way more than I should have. People left one by one, and I was only there with my brother and boyfriend. I don't remember much except that I woke up in a spare bedroom in the morning and my boyfriend wasn't there. Apparently, I passed out on the couch. My brother took me to the bedroom to sleep, and my boyfriend wanted to spend the night there, but my brother said no. My brother says he didn't let him stay because he doesn't know him and he didn't know if we've been intimate yet, and I was completely incapacitated and couldn't consent to sex or anything intimate, so he felt like it's safer to just not allow him to spend the night with me. Boyfriend insisted that he didn't want to have sex, just cuddle. He got confrontational with my brother and accused him of being controlling and said he has no right to decide if he can spend the night with me, which my brother told him, I can decide you're not going to spend another minute in my house. And BF said he'll leave, but he'll take me with him. Brother stood in his way and told him to either leave or deal with the police. So BF left. Here we are. My brother thinks I'm dating a complete idiot and asshole. My boyfriend thinks I have an asshole controlling brother. And I've just spent the last 2 days regretting drinking that much. My own feeling is it would have been okay if my boyfriend spent the night with me in the bed, but absolutely not okay to have sex. We haven't yet, dating for less than a month. But I understand why my brother acted in a protective way. I was drunk, and letting a guy who is interested in me sexually spend the night with me is just unnecessary risk. I also understand my boyfriend's disappointment, but he should have respected my brother in his own house. Now boyfriend is demanding an apology from my brother, and my brother has banned him from future events and parties at his place. BF would also like me to demand apology on my own behalf from my brother, for assuming he can decide who I can or can't spend the night with. I'm in this mess and I need to make this disappear if I'm to have some peace and make everything normal with my relationship and family. What do I say to my boyfriend? And what do I say to my brother?
Fuck off.
Yeah, I side with the brother.
That
Fuck
boyfriend has no fucking
boyfriend has
say.
Very bad intentions.
Yeah, no. Fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck if you just want to cuddle. If homeboy is not like... He is a brother. He is protective of his younger sister.
You understand, and you offer to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I think I can see it from at least we have younger cousins, and that our ladies
that we consider to be siblings.
Yeah, we consider like our sisters and little brothers and stuff, and we are very protective over them. And I think that we kind of can see this as being like, no, you're gonna go home, or you can like maybe sleep on the couch.
You can crash on the couch. You can do whatever,
yeah.
But. Like,
bet your ass we're gonna be watching you. Make sure you don't do shit.
Especially under a month, you still don't really know a person's intentions.
There's not enough there. He has no right to be questioning anything.
Yeah,
like,
and the fact that he is the brother absolutely did the right thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can crash here, and especially because she's 18. I wonder how old the boyfriend is. I bet you he's not that young.
Yeah,
he has to be older.
Yeah, he has to be a little bit older.
Boyfriend's also 18.
Really?
Brother's 26.
So 18, it just thinks he knows it all.
Yeah,
it's just fucked up.
I sided with the brother. Like, it's a fucked up situation, but also too, like, the boyfriend just should have been like, you know what? That's fine. If he really cared about the girlfriend being safe and not having other intentions, he would have been like, yo, it's cool. Let me crash on the couch, like, away from your sister. I just want to make sure that, like, in the morning she's okay, blah, 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 blah. If the boyfriend is egotistical, he would have been upset about, like, what, you don't think I want to take care of my sister? But I completely side with the brother on this one.
Yeah. I don't think the boyfriend has any say, including when it's only been a month. I just don't see that as being like a reason as to why he should expect an apology. Like, yeah, there's a hard thing between a loved one, like dating somebody and having family when that's involved. There's so much strain and stress that goes on that person in the middle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's not right. It's not okay. Including this early in the relationship, it's just not needed. You know what I mean? So I think she should see that as a sign for the future, because it's not going to die down.
And for the brother will never like demand an apology.
Yeah, fuck off, dude.
Like, to not understand, like if that was me, right? Like, say roles are reversed. Monique's brother Diego, we're at a party at the house. We both get too drunk. He goes, yo, I'd feel better if you slept on the couch. Let Monique sleep in the bed. I would be offended, right? I'd be like, no, like, I want to sleep with, Monique. Like, I want to hold her, like, go to sleep. Everything will be fine. But I would also understand. And I would be like, no, I just want to be in the same spot as her. So when we wake up in the morning, like, we could be in the same spot. Like, everything's cool. Even if he says, no, like, I want you to go home tonight. I'd go home. But I would always just assume that the brother has the best interest of the sister.
Yeah, I wouldn't really.
Like, I would never see that as like a conflict of interest. You know,
and that's not. They say drop it and move on. That's not going to get dropped.
No, like they need to talk that out.
You also have an established relationship with her brother compared to these two, who this is probably their first impression of each other.
Yeah, exactly. And then for the boyfriend to be like, I deserve an apology. Fuck you. Like, no. Like the brother has known the sister significantly longer. Like, literally since she was born. Like, you aren't owed shit. And get off your fucking high horse and just understand that the brother was looking in the best interest of his younger sister. I would do anything and I would insult anybody in the best interest of Dalton.
Even if it was insulting Dalton?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would not hesitate.
Fuck yeah.
I insult him by myself when nobody's around.
I think she needs to learn that it's just gonna be a very bumpy road for her if she holds on to this. Luckily for her, it's very early in the game, so just be like, yo, if you stop being fucking an entitled little bitch, maybe we can work this out. But if you're gonna be entitled, then fuck off.
And if the boyfriend does want to work it out, either he has two options. Either A,
apologize.
Talk to the boyfriend, apologize, and hash it out.
Talk to the brother?
Brother, hash it out. Or B, just keep showing up. Just keep showing up to show that you're not the person that was only there for 3 weeks and had bad intentions with the sister and wanted to take advantage of her, and that you actually deeply care for her and you're there for everything. Keep showing up. Consistency is so important.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice. All right, and we got one more. This one got submitted, and it says, "Hey guys, found you on TikTok. Big fans. I'm loving what I hear so far. So I'm getting married in July, and my ex-stepfather wants to walk me up the aisle.
Wait, what is
so does my stepfather and my bio father. Could this be a problem? None of them get along and all want to do the father thing on my wedding day during the ceremony, and all of them want to be seated at the parents' table. My ex-stepfather is remarried to a woman I don't know, and she will be there, and so will my stepmom and my mother at the wedding reception.
Whew.
Yes.
My fiance's parents will also be there, and they will also be seated at the same table. I also have a number of siblings, half siblings, step siblings, and ex-step siblings.
Oh my god.
So what do I do?
All right.
Yo.
I think the only question is who is she closest with?
Fuck. I honestly, unless you want all in intertwined arms, I'll look at them walk down. I don't think that's an option.
What's the song they sing in The Grinch?
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Oh, follow Hardy.
Isn't that? I heard something that's like a devil worshipping song.
I don't.
It's a conspiracy theory.
Maybe it's a conspiracy theory about Dr. Seuss
recently.
Really?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, the foot book is apparently. Don't read that, children. The foot book can get you fucked up. No, my question would be, who is she closest with? Yep. Is it with her actual or biological father, her stepfather, or her ex-stepfather?
Not her. Yeah.
Like which of the three? Because for me it would be like say I had three mothers, right? My mom, my ex-stepmom, and my stepmom, right? Or ex-stepmom, my stepmom. Yeah. I think for me it would be like, who am I closest with? Who do I actually speak to the most? Who gives me the most value in my life? And that's not an easy conversation to have. And also that's undue pressure on the people getting married. Like that entire day has nothing to do with anybody but the two people at the ceremony getting married. So if she just decides, you know what? I'm taking my fucking ring bearer and we're walking down the aisle.
Okay, but look, maybe just think about this. I'm not expecting them to all know that they all want to be walking her down the aisle. Like, there's no way that they all talk to each other and be like, no, I want to do it. Mm-hmm. They all separately told her. I'm thinking that she didn't have the nerve yet to be like, oh, well, I'm actually having this person walk me yet. She hasn't made a decision yet because there's so much pressure. But she's doing this to herself. I'm sure if she told these gentlemen, like, hey, like, I'm gonna have my stepfather my ex stepfather walked me up because I'm closest to him. He means a lot to me through my childhood. If they don't understand it, be like, well, I don't understand why I can do it. Then they should fuck off and don't come to the wedding at all. Yeah,
absolutely.
Because that's not the stress that she needs.
It's not
right
about
now.
anybody other than the two people getting married. And it amazes me how much people non-involved in the wedding decide to fucking state their goddamn opinion and be like, well, I can't believe I'm at the table in the back. Fuck you. You're blessed to even be goddamn invited.
Wow.
No, it seriously pisses me off because it's like you don't like it's not that you don't matter, but it's like the wedding would happen whether you were there or not.
Yeah.
Like why? Like I've had friends that have been like, yo, hey, Matt, you're not gonna be like in my bridal party. Like, okay, great. Like that's fine.
Less stress on me.
Do I get to be there to celebrate you getting married? Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna be here. Fucking perfect. Like the amount that things don't matter about us as individuals is so incredible that it's like when we understand that, life gets so much more simple. You know? Mm-hmm. And in this situation, it's like, who are you closest with? Pick that person, walk down the aisle, or you know what? The aisle's long. Just have fucking each person stand at, like, do thirds. Have your biological father walk you down the first third. Have your stepfather or your ex-step walk you down the second third. Then have your final third ex walk you down the final third. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about her parents. It doesn't matter about who her mom has been with. It matters about nobody other than the individuals that are going to be married that day.
Agreed.
And it's like undue stress. Mm-hmm. Like, she's sitting there thinking like, okay, well, are my flowers going to be there on time? Like, I hope that, this table doesn't like erupt in a fucking fight. Like, this shit pisses me off.
I can tell.
It fucking pisses me off.
I believe you.
Dalton got so mad that he absorbed all the energy from the camera batteries. And then the camera battery died. And because I lost the second one for this week, we had to recharge it really quick. But what I am squaring up with this week is Nintendo. Because I can't find an emulator for Zelda Wind Waker.
I thought you did. I thought you found it on Dolphin.
No, it would have fucking opened, dude. I was pissed.
Let me look at it after.
Okay. So I really want to play Zelda Wind Waker.
That's a good one.
It's my favorite just because it's so...
Isn't it like one of the worst in the series?
It's the most divisive. It's one of the most divisive.
Yeah, because I either see videos of people like me where they fucking love it or people that absolutely despise it.
Actually, the speed runs of Wind Waker are pretty cool to watch.
No, it's my favorite. I think that's the one because I spent the most time playing that.
I think it was mostly the aesthetics is what people got really riled up about.
They released something right before that was like super like at that time realistic looking, and then all of a sudden they released it and it was a trailer. It ended, and then they come back like a year later or 6 months later with this super cartoony looking like game. Yeah. So I get it, but at the same time, like I didn't know any of that at the time. So I got a GameCube. I got that game. The disc was gold. It had the little ship. Like I fucking love that game. So I want to play it so bad, but I can't. And I'm waiting for Switch to release it because they already have the HD version, so they might as well just fucking release it.
Just release it.
Dalton, what are you squaring up with this week?
Hitting my numbers. So I finally hit my big weight, which was 185.
Woo! Hey, can you put that guy in?
Yeah.
You didn't do it last week, but I'm assuming now. Can you do it?
Yeah. All right. So now I'm doing the cut. And I'm realizing how hard it is to hit my numbers when I'm cutting because I'm so cautious. So I eat less than I need to. So now I'm just in a battle with my body trying to figure out how much I need to eat.
You have a massive dinner.
Well, I did, but now I have to eat more. I have I have 15 calories, 15 fat, and then I have like 25 protein.
Peanut butter, baby.
I have to hit my protein too. I have like 45 carbs left.
Just make a protein shake with peanut butter.
And then I have 245 calories.
This really is an issue. Make a fucking protein shake with peanut butter. That's it.
I'm going to figure it out.
David, what are you squaring up with this week?
I'm squaring up with myself this week.
Okay, why?
I really want to work on my lack of conciseness.
What does that word mean?
It means he's not straight to the point. He tends to drag on, as our listeners know.
Sure. That's not the example I was going for. So a couple weeks ago, Matt was like, yo, buddy, I need some new music. I need some more pop punk music.
bro.
Yeah.
Can you recommend me some stuff?
He bombarded me
And
the
that's my
fucking
shit,
world.
dude.
Let him talk. What
Some
do you
people be like, all right, here's this band, here's this band. I was like, no, my friend needs music. And I started like listing all this stuff. I started sending them individually. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just make him a playlist. It's got stuff I know he hasn't heard. Sent the playlist, but I already had my own playlists of all the pop punk I listened to because that's what he wanted, along with post-hardcore. So I sent those two as well. And then I got scared because I was sending him so much that he wasn't going to listen to any of it. So then I was like, all right, I know that was a lot, but at least listen to these three.
You did send a lot.
And for the record, I've been going through. I make sure I listen to at least one of them a day.
Okay, good. Because that's where I was like, yeah, some people might look at that and be like, I'm over it.
No.
But so, yes, I would like to work on being concise and being able to trust my choices. And I think that's why when I don't trust them. So I'm just like, let me hit you with everything.
I'll hit the spot at some point.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same thing, though.
Let me throw everything at the wall and see what
I think
sticks.
we all do that.
Matt, what's your woe dude this week?
My woe dude of this week recently, on my TikTok, there have been some things popping up about the is it the Gateway Experience, Gateway Project? You know about it. It's the alien thing. It's some conspiracy theory, but there's CIA records that just got released.
The Gateway records.
Yes, the Gateway. Oh, okay. The Gateway records, and there are people that like since it's been released, they're like finding the recordings and they're going through it. And one of the first recordings you go through, it makes your left hemisphere and right hemisphere, it puts them in sync. And one guy and everybody
Through sound frequencies.
Yes, through sound frequencies, and people are saying that they start like getting this like because both hemispheres become in the same frequency.
In the mic.
They get like this like headache like right in the middle of their head.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so
Called a migraine.
So it's been pretty interesting, and
Stupid.
I kind of want to try it.
Do it.
Oh, but you won't try the period pain machine?
Fuck no.
Fuck off, David.
No,
We're not doing that.
Yeah, hell no. Get out of here. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's
Dalton,
pretty cool.
Dalton, what's your woe dude of the week?
My woe dude is I was reading like fun history facts because I just do that from time to time, and I found one that said spider webs were used as bandages back in the old times.
Yeah, I actually knew that.
That's pretty cool, right?
Uh-huh.
They just took a bunch of spider webs and made bandages out of them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Like
badass.
gauze?
Yeah, like they would just.
But just think about the situation you have to be in to be like, well, this is my last resort. This like
No, but that's what they had. That was like legit stuff.
Yeah,
Legit bandages. That's crazy.
That is cool.
That's crazy.
All right, David, what's your woe, dude?
What did you get?
What was your what was crazy for you this week?
What was your woe?
Whoa.
My woe dude this week was it was a TikTok video. I think Heather sent it to me, and I've seen it a couple times since.
Give a shouty touty.
Shouty toddy to Heather, and it was this was all in the span of a week, but someone came like with this complaint that they had Parkinson's, so it was really hard for them to grab their tiny pills that were in their orange bottles. And so they were like, I really would love if there was like a bottle that only fed one at a time, you know, especially because they're this small. Because the orange ones just pop open and then have everything.
Yeah.
Like the next day, someone went and designed it up in like a 3D modeling software, took that model, put it on a forum, and was like, hey, here's my schematic. Here's what it is. I don't have a 3D printer. I don't know if someone wants to improve on this, make it better. People started doing their own improvements, their own versions. People started printing them. They got a prototype up of the bottle in like 4 or 5 days.
Hell yeah.
And now it's just out there for anyone who needs it to print on their own.
I love it.
If they want.
Fuck yeah.
And it's called Collectivity.
Hell yeah.
Hey, did you make me my Shrek?
No. That's coming for your birthday too.
Okay, cool. I'm excited for that.
David, what got you stoked this week?
Oh, I'm
back to back.
going twice.
Back
All
to
right.
back,
What
baby.
gets me stoked is finishing work at 3:30.
Nice.
I love having the rest of my day open. I'm much more like free time in the afternoon than in the morning.
Cool.
So being done at 3:30
Right
gives
on.
me so much time after. I love it.
It's amazing. It really
So,
is. It's the best.
Gets me super stoked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Matt, what gets you stoked this week?
I started a new training program So I am no longer doing weightlifting. I'm doing power building, which is a mix between powerlifting and bodybuilding.
Just like his brother.
I started it
like his big brother.
I started it yesterday. I'm incredibly sore. So that gets me stoked. I'm gonna add a second. I'm gonna add a second.
You're super stoked.
I'm super stoked on my split progress. I really am. Like it makes stretching fun. Like I don't know why. If it's the challenge of like I need to get it by the end of the month. But I was able to do lunges without feeling my quads like tight. Like I'm seeing improvements across the board. So much so that like at the gym we have this board where we add our goals for 2020 or 2021, and I added that. Like regardless of if I get it this month or not, like I want to continue working on it because like I just see the benefits. So that's been super cool.
Right on.
I'm enjoying that. I've been super stoked. Dalton, what got you stoked this week?
I'm stoked that the Seahawks lost.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you, Seahawks.
Woo!
And if you think about it, the Niners actually made it to the playoffs because the Niners beat the Rams twice, and the Rams beat the Seahawks. That means we beat both of them.
So by proxy, you are the best.
The Niners are the best. So go Niners. Fuck Seahawks. And it's gonna be playoffs have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, they've been very good games.
Good upsets.
I'm excited.
Go Browns.
I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see Drew Brees and Tom Brady go at it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
The old man legends.
Cool. Drew Brady has his number though. He's beaten him twice already. So
Drew Brady.
Drew Brees. Excuse me.
I want to get double stoked. I want to get super stoked too because Matt used the mic correctly right there. He pulled back before he did his big shout.
Yeah.
And he usually wouldn't do that. And it would massively
Great job, Matthew.
It'd be a producing nightmare. All right, you guys, if you made it this far into the podcast, thank you so much. Go ahead and leave us a 5-star rating and a review. And if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Go ahead and click the subscribe button below. And then go ahead and click the bell icon so you know when we upload our videos. And thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. And until next week, you guys, I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
We'll see you guys then. Be safe. Bye.
Bye. What the fuck am I gonna eat?
Make a protein shake with fucking peanut butter.
Shut the fuck up.